In this video, let us discuss about the normal distribution. A continuous random variable x is said to be a normal distribution with mean mu and standard deviation sigma if its probability function is f of x equals 1 by sigma times square root of 2 pi e to the power minus of x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 times sigma square, where this x lies between minus infinity to plus infinity and mu lies between minus infinity to plus infinity and sigma is greater than 0. Here x is called as the normal variate, and this is a normal curve which is a bell shaped curve, and it is a symmetric curve above its mean. This is the bell shaped curve and this is mu, and it is symmetrical about the mean. And probability of the normal random variable in an interval p of x lies between a to b is given by integral between a to b 1 by sigma times square root of 2 pi e to the power minus of x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 sigma square into dx. And the total area under the curve, this is the total area from here to here, it is 1. And in the normal distribution, it is so called as normal because most of the values are clustered around the mean and central value, and only the relatively fewer values will deviate on either sides. Hence, it is known as the normal distribution. Let me explain this normal distribution using an example. Here, I have taken one example to explain the normal distribution. In this example, the curve represents the human height measurements. So, people can be short, average, or tall, or anyone in between. So, I have taken the bell-shaped curve. Here, short, average height, and tall. Here, y-axis represents relative probability of observing someone who is really tall, really short, or who has an average height. For example, it is relatively rare to see someone who is super short. So the bell shaped curve is relatively low in this part of the curve. But it is quite common to see someone who is close to average height, so that the bell shaped curve is very tall in this region. And it is relatively rare to see someone who is really tall. Again, the bell shaped curve is relatively low in this region. So here we are talking about the height. We can also talk about weight, commuting time, and many more. Suppose if we take the interval AB as a subinterval between minus infinity to plus infinity, then probability of x lies between a to b is given by integral between a to b f of x dx. Then for f of x, we have defined the normal distribution, probability density function for normal distribution. Let us substitute it. 1 by sigma times square root of 2 pi integral between a to b e power minus x minus mu the whole square divided by 2 sigma square into dx. So this integral cannot be evaluated by the known method of integration. So this integral has to be standardized. So to standardize this integral, we'll take the substitution. Let us take z is equals to x minus mu by sigma. Here z is called as the standard normal variate. Then dx becomes sigma times dz. Then even the limits has to be changed. So when we take x as the lower limit a, we will call this z as z1, which is equals to a minus mu by sigma. And if we take the upper limit as b, then z2 will be b minus mu by sigma. Be the values of z corresponding to the lower limit x is equals to a and the upper limit x is equals to b. Then equation 1 becomes, this is the equation 1, then this equation 1 becomes probability of x lies between a to b becomes 1 by sigma times square root of 2 pi integral between a to b becomes z1 to z2 e to the power minus z square divided by dz. Here z lies between z1 to z2. This represents area under the standard normal curve between the limits z1 to z2. Then for the normal distribution, suppose if mean becomes 0, if mean is equals to 0 and if the standard deviation becomes 1, then this z value becomes x, z is equals to x, then f of x is equals to, or f of z is equals to 1 by square root of 2 pi e to the power minus z square by 2, where z is equals to x minus mu by sigma. This is called as the probability density function for standard normal distribution or standard normal probability density function. Here z is called as the standard normal variate, and here in normal distribution x is called as the normal variate. Then f of z is called as the standard normal curve which is symmetrical about the line z is equals to 0. This is the standard normal curve which is bell-shaped curve and which is symmetrical about the line about z axis. Suppose in particular if z1 becomes 0, then z2 will be equals to z, then this will be called as phi of z. Phi of z is equals to 1 by square root of 2 pi. Integral between z1 to z2 becomes 0 to z e power minus z square by 2 dz. This represents the area under the standard normal curve between z is equals to 0 to z. And probability of this area will be, total area will be equals to 1. That is between minus infinity to infinity. Probability of minus infinity to infinity, the whole area will be equals to 1. Since it is a symmetrical about the line z-axis, about z-axis, here between minus infinity to 0, it will be called as 0.5, and between 0 to infinity, it is 0.5. This 1 is divided into 0.5 and 0.5 because it is symmetrical about the line z-axis. Here we have some important results to remember which is useful to solve the problems. So between minus infinity to infinity, phi of z dz value is 1, and between minus infinity to 0, phi of z dz, or between 0 to infinity, phi of z dz is equals to 0.5, which we have discussed it earlier. And probability of z lies between minus infinity to plus infinity value is 1, and probability of z lies between minus infinity to 0 is 0.5, as we have discussed it in earlier. Here probability of minus infinity to infinity, z lies between minus infinity to infinity is 1, and probability of z lies between minus infinity to 0 is 0.5, and 0 to infinity is also 0.5. Then probability of z lies between 0 to 1.55. For an example, that value will be equals to phi of 1.55, and probability of z lies between 0 to infinity is 0.5. Then whenever we have probability of minus infinity to some value which will be called as z1, that is given by probability of minus infinity to 0 plus probability of 0 to that value, 0 to z1 value. Then whenever we have probability of z less than z1, we should consider this value 0.5 plus phi of z1, and probability of z greater than z2 will be called as p of z greater than or equal to 0, that is 0.5 minus p of 0 less than or equal to z less than z2. So these are the results which you need to remember to solve the problems.